Stop it, dude. That's enough. Just watch.
Before we start our hackathon, I'd like started off to talk about the hat that the grandchild, because that's the way it is weird. For those of you that don't understand, we're going to give this time for him to explain. For those of us that have lived through all our lives, when we see someone come on wearing this hat, it signifies the debt unpaid for the government. You want to demonstrate that?
Stop it, bud. It's enough now.
31 years ago, I mentioned earlier, U.S. Navy sent cutters from Angoon. The cutters favorite and Orwell. For the 100-year celebration, 1986, was summer. Angoon and the delegation to Washington, D.C. They met with President Carter, then I believe it was, and Secretary of Navy. What was being asked, and not so much being asked, but demanded of the government, was an apology for the shelling of our community. That the shelling happened not because of anything wrongdoing on our part, but it happened because of a misunderstanding of the two cultures that were clashing and meeting at that point in time. Either side knew what they were trying to talk about. And as a result of the misunderstanding, of course,
Hello, dude.
the stronger culture, of course, had the advantage and destroyed our community. As years went by and it became clear, it was something our government understood that it was a misunderstanding, and yet they did not do anything to make amends or even apologize for what they did. As my cousin mentioned, there's a custom among our people that when there is a debt that needs to be paid, and that debt is not paid, people are owed the debt and take something that belongs to the people who owe that debt and hold it hostage. That is what our people did. The delegation that went to D.C. They came home from D.C. with the Navy hat as a symbol that we were holding this hat hostage until the day came when the Navy was going to apologize for what they did to our community. And until that debt is paid, this hat, when we celebrate this day, that celebrates this life that we continue to have, someone will always be wearing this hat. In this day and age, a grandchild of Deshiton is picked to wear it. Is not a Deshiton individual himself. But tonight, Albertus is a grandchild of Deshiton. And so is the one that the group was picked to wear this tonight. Last year, if you'll remember, it was another grandchild, Randy, I believe it was, who wore it. So that's the significance of you're seeing a Navy hat tonight. And it doesn't come out all the time. The first to dance in this hat was Charlie Jim. You see, there's a tape out. I don't recall the name of the tape, but you'll see him dancing back and forth in front of the group as we were celebrating that 100 years. And that is, so we want that to be ingrained in your head, into your mind, that is what this hat signifies. And so we see an apology. So we see our government saying, in our youth we made a mistake, and we apologize for that mistake. our doing this, and through doing this, all of you become a part of that process of keeping alive this day and commemorating it and remembering those who died. Remember that there were 3 Kilowell and 3 Deshi children who died that day. But as Alan said, that was, you see how cold it is outside. You see how wet it is. You see how hard it is for our hunters, our fishermen to get out into the boat. And, you know, imagine, if you will, you're having to do that in this day and age. Even with motors to get you back and forth, it would still be a difficult thing to do to survive. And yet, they had to do that with only one canoe. And in the process, try to get their emergency shelters put up in order to protect them from the weather. So, we had last year some very harsh commentaries in the Junon Empire of people who did not understand what it was that we were trying to do. And many of them had the same opinion and thoughts and saying, why open up new wounds? Why do this? Why celebrate something that occurred that was clearly your fault, is what they were telling us in the newspapers. But yet, here we are, 14 years later, 13 years later, after 9/11, and our government fosters and nurtures and keeps alive what happened on that day. New York has celebrated huge celebration, as it were, our memorial services in commemorating 9/11. Throughout the major cities of our country, the same thing is occurring. What we're doing here tonight is exactly the same thing. While thousands of people may not have died that day here in Angoon, a whole community was destroyed. And almost the whole way of life almost went with it. But thanks to the strength of the people, of our grandparents, like the one that's buried above us here now, our people have remained. And so that's what we are doing here today. The same thing Americans are doing all over the country on 9/11. Yeah. And at this time, we're going to ask all of you to stand. We're going to have 2 minutes of silence. We'll call on Major John, if he can come up again, and to say a prayer. And we will remember those who died, not only the 6 children, but the